These are the sounds of industrial productivity. This is the sound of industrial downtime. Every day, plant and equipment breakdowns cost industry millions of dollars. The presence of contaminants in hoses, tubes and pipes is one of the major causes of these breakdowns. Troublesome contaminants are introduced at the time of cutting and fitting of new assemblies. Traditional cleaning methods such as pull-throughs and solvents don't offer total efficiency. In fact, the use of solvents can present a hazard to human health. But an innovative Western Australian company has developed a safe, effective and economical solution. From Prочистка comes the CE system, an amazingly effective way to eliminate contaminants and reduce downtime. The CE system is a field-proven pneumatic method that eliminates impurities from hoses, pipes and assemblies without the use of solvents, kerosene, water or other additives. The system comprises a handheld pneumatic launcher and a range of nozzle attachments suitable for lines ranging from 2 millimeters to 50 millimeters. Here's how the CE system works. This operator is about to clean this tube assembly. He connects the CE unit to a compressed air source of approximately 110 pounds per square inch, either from a compressor or a gas bottle with an 8mm ID quick-release coupling. He then selects the correct nozzle size to correspond with the internal diameter of the tube to be cleaned. A projectile, approximately 20% larger than the internal diameter of the pipe, is loaded into the CE unit. The retainer ring is then pulled back and locked. The trigger, similar to that of an air gun, is depressed, forcing the projectile forward, expanding against the internal surface of the pipe. The contaminants, whether liquid or solid, are forced ahead of the projectile and are discharged at the open end. Visible evidence of impurities from inside the pipe is dramatic. The CE system is ideal for cleaning coiled or bent lines, even assemblies which cross at right angles. As long as both ends are simultaneously open to the atmosphere, the projectile will follow the direction of the assembly, forcing out the contaminants along the way. The simplicity of the CE system is matched by the sheer speed at which it performs, as this table shows. Here at MC Komatsu's depot just outside Perth, Western Australia, the CE system is used for cleaning old lines before refitting to existing equipment recently contaminated by system failure. On the assembly line at Westtrack Equipment, Caterpillar's Western Australian operation, the CE system is used to remove contaminants in new assemblies before fitting to equipment prior to leaving the factory. Prочистка is finding a growing market for its efficient, safe and simple-to-use CE system. This patented product is proving invaluable in a host of industrial applications, from hydraulics to pneumatics, aerospace, marine, food and beverage, medical, refrigeration gas, to waveguide, fuel lines, farm and earth-moving machinery and many others. Qantas has now adopted the CE system for use in essential cleaning of all fuel, hydraulic and pneumatic lines. The manager of aircraft maintenance workshops, Peter Philpott, claims that there is no better or faster way of cleaning tubes. The CE system supports hose and assembly suppliers in their efforts to achieve high quality standards, and in so doing may be a major factor in reducing the incidence of warranty claims and downtime. The system is a valuable tool in the diagnosis of the internal condition of hoses and for the planning and implementation of preventative maintenance programs. The problem of contamination in industry is a complex one. Through ingenuity and perseverance, Prочистка has developed a system that addresses this problem efficiently. The system's effectiveness has been proven in the Prочистка laboratory, in many industrial applications, and through exhaustive testing at Curtin University in Perth. Because it is simple and safe to use, because it is environmentally friendly, requiring no solvents or additives, Because it cleans a great deal faster and more effectively than traditional methods, the CE system is industry's strongest new ally in the fight against costly downtime.
Congratulations on purchasing the CE system from Protechnic. The CE system consists of three basic components: a specially designed pneumatic launcher, the CE unit, the nozzles that enable the CE unit to be used on different types and sizes of hose, tube and pipe, including those with coupling configurations, and the all-important projectiles which carry out the cleaning task. This heat exchanger pipe from a Taiwanese fishing boat has had salt water circulating through it for 12 months and is lined with barnacles and other corrosive matter. We're using the CE system to demonstrate its effectiveness in removing extreme contamination. The CE unit houses the following moving parts: the faceplate that pivots from the front of the unit and accepts the adapter ring and nozzle, a safety bar and release mechanism that pivots on top of the unit and locks the faceplate into position, an 8mm quick release coupling for suitable connection to the inlet port and gas source hose, and the trigger mechanism which releases the compressed air and discharges the projectile into the hose tube or pipe. Approved safety glasses must always be worn whilst operating the CE system. A projectile catcher is also required to retrieve the spent projectile. Do not attempt to catch the projectile with your hands. Some projectiles may be dangerous, and the contents they expel may also cause injury. Before using the CE system, check that you can access both ends of the hose tube or pipe. Make sure there are no branch lines coming off the main line. If there are, they'll need to be capped. Also, check for any restrictions. If in doubt, do not use the CE system. If the line cannot be traced by visual inspection, then check with the plant manager or request to see available drawings. The CE unit needs to be connected to a gas source. This can be a standard 8 to 15 CFM air compressor or a gas bottle containing inert gas, either dry nitrogen or carbon dioxide. Never use oxygen. The minimum pressure required is 600 kPa or 85 psi. Don't exceed the maximum allowable pressure of 1050 kPa or 150 psi. To open the faceplate of the CE unit, use the thumb of the hand operating the unit. Insert the adapter ring, then select the correct nozzle. There are 4 types of nozzles available individually or as part of a kit and ranging in sizes from 2 mm up to 50 mm. The hose nozzle, which is inserted into the hose. The BSP coupling nozzle with the female flared fitting that butts up against a male BSP coupling. The JIC nozzle, which has the male flared fitting butted up against the female JIC coupling. And the tube nozzle, which fits over a tube. Now select the correct projectile size from the recommended projectile sizes chart, located on the inside of the CE system carry case and on pages 7 and 8 of the owner's handbook. Currently, there are 4 types of projectiles available. A standard for hose, tube and pipe without fittings. The coupling for assemblies and fine particles of contamination. An abrasive where there is a build-up of contamination, surface rust and mill scale. And the carborundum, used when there is an increased build-up of contamination, surface rust and mill scale. To operate the CE unit, place the nozzle of the unit firmly against the hose tube or pipe to ensure a firm seal is achieved. Depress the trigger and hold until the projectile emerges from the other end. The cleaning projectile serves a dual purpose: to clear contaminants from the inside of the hose tube or pipe and to report on its internal condition. The CE system is extremely versatile and will clean any hose tube or pipe that has a consistent diameter throughout. It will travel several hundred meters in seconds and can easily negotiate right angles, coils, kinks, ball valves, T-junctions and a degree of bends, including the reductions imposed by coupling fittings. There are, however, procedures you need to follow. As the operator, it's vital that you're aware of the principles that apply when firing the projectiles into T-pieces or complex configurations. Before cleaning a T-piece, one end of the cross-section must be blocked off. Then either reverse the blocked end or open both ends of the T-section and block the pipe going into the cross-section. Seal one branch of the Y-section, then fire a projectile through the single chamber. Repeat the process through the other branch. Returning to our configuration, we can see that if the operator was to fire from this direction, he would not follow the T-piece principles, and the projectile would jam. By firing from the other direction, the principles are followed and the projectile will not jam. If at any time a projectile becomes lodged, simply fire the CE unit from the other end and the projectile will be easily removed. If a standard nozzle size does not fit the hose tube or pipe you're about to clean, try another from the range available. For instance, if the tube or pipe wall is too thick for the T nozzle, try an H nozzle and insert into the tube. If an H nozzle does not fit, try the one smaller. There are varying restrictions imposed by the fitting of couplings to hose. Compritechnic has developed the coupling projectile to accommodate these restrictions. During the manufacture of an assembly, it's recommended the hose is cleaned with standard projectiles. Then, following the fitment of couplings, complete the cleaning process with a coupling projectile. Remember, safety glasses on before using the CE system. Make sure all personnel are familiar with safety and operational requirements. Ensure correct gas supply set at the right pressure. Always use a catcher to retrieve a projectile from hose, tube and pipe. Never point the CE unit at another person. This is an industrial tool, not a toy. Compritechnic are committed to their distributors with product, service and backup. Through continuous research and development, Compritechnic is setting the standard in the removal of contaminant from hose, tube and pipe throughout the world.